Live from London is Paul Coyte. Good morning, Paul.
Morning, Steve. How are you?
Well, with a time change, it's 8:38 in Chicago, which means it's Wednesday at 4 in London. Is that right?
Right. That's exactly right. Yep, well done. Exactly. Wednesday at 4 o'clock. Honestly, the fun we've had here on Wednesday, you won't hear about it until tomorrow.
That's right. All right, so we're very confused.
And upset.
We're confused and upset.
And frustrated.
Yes.
We don't understand. We don't understand the fascination and the shock. I tell you, that people filter photos.
What?
That we hear coming from your country. Doesn't everybody filter photos?
I do.
Yeah.
Why? Okay.
Me? I don't. What are you talking about? I would never filter a photo.
Paul, I'm going to ask the question
Been a photo filterer.
on every American's mind. And this isn't just me. Every time I see, and shame on People magazine too, by the way. All of the outlets, when they post a picture of Princess Kate or someone and a photo has been altered or photoshopped or doctored, I think I could speak for most Americans who say, who cares?
Yeah, we don't care.
Why is this a problem?
Yeah.
Do you guys really care? Is this why you lost the war to us?
You know what? I think that might be the problem. Because we were filtering photos back in 1776. Is that what it was? You have to bring it up again, don't you?
Yeah.
Every time we have to go back to that.
Filtered the tea.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing is, what happened is that the picture had come out for Mother's Day, and it was a lovely picture of there she was with the kids and Tito, and what's the other one? There's Tito and Marlon
and Janet,
and Louis,
and Louis,
and Janet, and all of them there together. And then someone looked at it was picture editors at all the main picture agencies that looked at this and said, "Well, we're not going to put that out because it's been doctored." So when you use phrases like doctored, then you think there's trouble. So they refused to put that out, and then everybody else heard about it because we didn't know. It was on the front page of the newspapers on Mother's Day, and then it was like, this is doctored, and we won't put it on. And it was like, if you have a look, you can see there's a bit of a jumper. What is a jumper? What would we call a jumper in your country?
Well, it'd be a sweater.
A sweater.
Yeah, a sweater.
A sweater. So it sort of like merges in. There's a bit of the sweater which is missing. There's a bit of this missing. Louis, who's 6 years old, has a full beard. So there's another thing.
Now, that's where I'd be...
that we've noticed that we're not right.
That's where I would say, oh, my God, he has a full beard. Or, oh, my goodness.
But honestly, though, why?
Leave her alone.
Why do people care that she took a picture with the Queen that may have been tweaked a little bit?
Right.
And the Queen was...
Or some wrinkles might have been taken off.
And the Queen was in a thong. Why do we care?
Yeah, and also it happened to be Queen Victoria, who died in 1901. That was another clue.
Okay.
Probably.
All right.
So we can see there's a few problems there. We see there's a few problems. But nobody cares. You're right. Nobody really does care.
There you go.
It's much ado about nothing.
All right, so moving on to tomorrow. Is tomorrow much ado about nothing? Because supposedly there's some big announcement coming from the Royal Palace, and the speculation is that William and Kate are splitting up.
Oh.
No. Where do you hear that? Who told you that? What was supposed to be?
I just made it
bunch
up.
of boo-hockey.
No, we heard it yesterday.
Don't do that to me.
No, we heard it yesterday. We heard it yesterday because William has supposedly had this long-standing fling with a schoolmate of Kate's, and the whole thing's blown up.
No, I doubt that.
Oh, I don't think that's going to. So what? The announcement that there was all talk on Twitter. It was like there's going to be a royal announcement. It's all nonsense. It's all down to just because of a blurry hand and just because someone's played with Photoshop and hoped that nobody noticed and someone did. And honestly, I'd love to say that there's truth behind the speculation. It's all lies. It's all lies.
We've got real problems in this country. You guys don't even have any issues. You're making stuff up.
Yeah, well, I know. We just really need a few more issues. That's the thing. The other thing is, what they're actually saying, I mean, this is true, is that they're saying, well, if she's been doctoring photographs, how can we trust her? How can we trust
stop it.
Oh, my God.
It's nonsense. Honestly, this is how far it's gone. So then she's actually had to make an announcement. The woman's been ill. They had an operation back in January.
Yes.
She said that she wouldn't be seen until after Easter. So then all the speculation So she must be living under an assumed name in Scotland and she's run off with this person. It's just, honestly, it really is crazy.
How about she had some...
Get the knickers in a twist.
How about she had some female personal surgery and doesn't want the entire world to know as she goes through recovery? And where's I just and I love you, Paul, and I just really like Princess Kate and the royals, and I love Diana, and I'm just wondering how come a lesson wasn't learned. Look what happened to Diana, literally being chased by paparazzi.
Well, it's because, you know what it is, Andrea, there's these unanswered questions. And if ever there's an unanswered question, everybody's going to speculate. So with Prince, I still call him Prince Charles. I still go back to the old days. It's taken a long time for me to get used to this. I'm still singing God Save the Queen for crying out loud. I'm still having trouble. So anyway, with King Charles, of course, he's announced that he's got cancer. And this has come out in the press. And so everybody stepped back. But probably something will have to be said because otherwise people aren't going to leave it alone. So eventually I'm sure we'll hear something, but the announcement was made not until after Easter. So maybe something to be said after Easter. She was seen at a farm shop. Oh, my goodness. And the front pages of the newspaper was like, oh, look, it's her. Oh, there you are. Where have you been? It's like, well, just take it easy because she seems fine. And then after Easter, then she'll probably return to her duties. But we can't have an unanswered question, can we? So that's the problem.
No, and none other than The Sun, one of the UK tabloids, not held up for the highest journalism in the world, has a huge front page, Lay Off Kate. Crazy Princess Kate conspiracy theories still rampant online, despite video proof she is recovering well. All right, so I had one other rumor, but I guess that's not true either. Bruno Mars is in the hole for $50 million in Vegas, and I thought it was because of Kate's gambling problem. I just decided to merge those two stories.
Paul, we have it, though, too,
TMZ. Never know. You know what? Never a truer word said in jest and all that big thing. Again, it probably makes a lot more sense than some of the other stuff that I've read. So there you go.
All right. Well, Paul Coyte, you've taught us absolutely nothing, and we appreciate it.
No, you're the best, Paul.
I thought, listen, I'm not being funny. I thought I was quite educational and sounded quite erudite throughout that, and that made me a bit concerned. But if that's what you think, then it makes me feel a lot happier. I think nothing to the show, and that's what I like.
No, it's a positive that you didn't have breaking news that they're getting divorced. We want everybody to be happy. Well, not everybody. We want a lot of people to be happy, and certainly the royal family.
Well, look, all we have learned is that Prince Louis is 6 years old. It's his birthday coming up, and he has a full beard.
That is news.
No,
that is news. There's no question. That is absolutely breaking news. Paul Coyte, GB News.
Jolly good.
And he does sports there every morning, the way sports ought to be done. He sits around and he makes fun of it. Reports on it, but makes fun of it. So get the GB News app and you can see it. Just search Paul. All right, thank you, buddy.
Thank you. Have a lovely day.
Bye, Paul.
Go Spurs. It's 8:46. You know what they say there instead of go for your team? Up the Spurs.
Up Spurs.
Up the Bears would sound like you tell them to shove it. Yeah.
Which people have, I'm sure.